David, welcome to Australia. How you going?
I'm going great.
How are you finding Oz?
I love it. I love it here. Love it here.
Great. So you've been here with us, with our students here at the Australian Institute of Music. Tell us, what did you do with them today?
Basically, I played some songs, which is sort of the introduction to kind of what I do. I'm not really super good looking, so I have to do the songs, so people are like, oh, that's why he's here. So I played some songs, and this kind of talked about my approach to songwriting and a little bit about sort of the overall kind of business that I do and how I see the business, and had a lot of really, really great questions from the kids.
Excellent.
I mean, the adults.
The adults,
yeah.
yes. So we've heard, there's a lot of talk at the moment with the Guy Sebastian and the Eurovision song. So give us a little bit of info. How was that experience?
It was the fastest turnaround of a song I've ever had in my life. Guy has a studio, actually not too far from here, and I have been using his studio. He was away, and I was actually walking down the alley to return the keys, and I don't think he knew I was here. And I ran into him and Jules, his wife, in the alley, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm returning your keys." And he said, "Bro, do you want to write for the Eurovision?" And I was like, "I guess, yeah, sure."
I guess.
And so, because they don't have Eurovision in the States, so I only have a sort of a precursory knowledge of what it even is, but I knew it was a big deal, and so
Well, it's new for us too.
Yeah, but I mean, it shows on your TV.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
We don't even get that.
Oh.
We don't even get it in our country. So we wrote and recorded and mixed and everything in like 48 hours.
Excellent. Wow, that is a short turnaround.
Yeah.
Wow, what an experience.
It was fun. We had a great time.
Great. Yeah. So on that note then, what kind of advice would you give to, our songwriters here? We've just introduced like a songwriting stream here at AIM as part of the Contemporary Performance course. So what kind of advice do you have for start-out songwriters or, mid-level songwriters?
No, I think there are a few different approaches to songwriting depending somewhat on your genre. Like there's some people they write music kind of as an escape. So they, would have one set of sort of rules or, whatever. And then there are other people that are really sort of personal writers, and there would be a different set of, circumstances or a different sort of, different set of tools. I was actually just talking to somebody a little while ago, and they were saying that they wanted to write songs that were a bit more personal, but he wasn't sure, kind of how to get in that space. And I find that sometimes people try to be too general in their songwriting. So they're like, I want to, be very inclusive and not do stuff that is really specific to my thing. But I think you end up with a song that doesn't have any real spine. So my advice to him was to write specifically and exactly about your situation. So if you're writing about a girl, what does she smell like? What was she wearing? Were her shoes untied? Just all of the specific things, tied to that that moment, and I feel like that helps. But then, in a pop sense, sometimes that doesn't work. It's the more general approach.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, great. That's great advice. So we're in, obviously, 2015, big year.
Yes.
So explain to us, give us a little tip, a little inside knowledge. What is the 2015 must know? Is it a piece of equipment? Is it a piece of software? What are we looking at? What's cool 2015?
2015, as it should have been every year, I think the thing to do is to, this is not, it's not politically correct, but to just have balls. Like, I find a lot of times people are always chasing what's on the radio. I find, quite frankly, a lot of times people in this market are chasing the U.S. market, and I think the things that really connect are things that are yours, and maybe they don't fit inside this thing. Like a lot of a lot of writers and producers, you always sort of have to check to make sure that whatever it is that you're working with sonically sort of fits within the basic kind of sonic parameters of what's going on the radio. But I don't feel like there needs to be as much sort of checking to be sure that this is the right BPM or this is the right kick drum sound that's already been on the radio. So hopefully, people more than ever have direct access to radio and to other writers. So just like do your thing, like yourself.
Okay, 2015, do your thing.
Yes.
Well, excellent. Thank you so much for being here, David. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy the rest of Australia.
Thanks.
Hopefully get some time to relax.
Next time.